Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning, July 6th. Gonna catch you up on something that just happened yesterday. So, a lot of you know what's going on with this whole apartment move. You know that I was guided over to a particular place by my guides during a meditation. I mean, truly, what better way to find out where they would like you to go? Or so I thought. So Sunday, I went over. I ended up doing an application. I got an acceptance. Actually, 4th of July, your application has been accepted. I had instructions to take my financials and bank statements and pay stubs and everything over there. So I dropped those off last night. And right before bed, I got a message from Connor, and it said, congratulations, you can pick up your keys on August 9th once you give us a month's security deposit. And I had asked him about that on Sunday, and he had given me a range of security deposits. I also was supposed to be getting a first month's rent free, which meant I wasn't going to have a rent in September. So long story short, that $1,300 that they want in a security deposit, plus me still paying for the apartment here, plus pro renting for the part of August, plus trying to find somebody to get me to move, which I'm probably going to have to pay for because none of my friends are able to do that physically. So I am kind of at a crossroads. I'm like, what? Why would the guides send me over there? And, you know, it was like moving forward, moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. And then all of a sudden, a boulder gets stuck in my way. And so, of course, that happened. You know, that message came in right before I went to bed last night. And I sent him a little bit of it wasn't a hateful message, but it was curt and very to the point, asking why he picked that amount or why that amount got picked. What did he see? I'm like, if they did a background check, there's nothing on there. My credit score continues to improve. I have paid my rent on time and before time for several years. I don't drink, smoke, do drugs, have wild parties. I don't have pets. What the fuck do you need a whole month's rent for a security deposit? The place I live in now, they charged me $300 to move in. I've never been charged a month's security deposit for an apartment. I do know that a lot of rental homes do that, but generally apartments don't do that. So anyway, I'm kind of at a crossroads because I'm trying to figure out what this whole, we'll say, exercise is about. And I will say that I don't feel like I had doubts about the apartment complex itself. There were some warning bells about the guy that was taking me around because he's a pretty smooth talker. And he uses my name a lot, which I know is a sales tactic, and I even called him out on that. So I had kind of a couple of different things going on, is like warning bells with him in particular for many reasons, but not necessarily warning bells about the apartment complex. Because again, the guide sent me over there. I have been laying low. I have been doing everything I can to stay in touch with what they are telling me, what they are guiding me. And so when I got up this morning, I did probably an hour meditation to really, really feel in to what was going on. And basically the message that I got this morning was, do not move forward. Do not move forward on that amount of security deposit. Now, will he come back with a different amount for me? I don't know. But, at this point in time, I'm kind of starting to put plan B into place because because I can't do everything by myself. I just don't have that kind of money to do this. And so anyway, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because, you know, you're going down this way and feeling like the guides are sending you this way, and you are following what they are saying, and then all of a sudden there's an abrupt stop, and that is very confusing for me, especially because I felt like I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. So at this point in time, I guess my next step is manifest the next opportunity of whatever they want me to do. I don't know what it is. You know, I'm kind of at a loss at the moment. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like, not sure what's going to happen. I've got to be out of here in a little over a month. So anyway, and of course I got up this morning, I did my meditation before I even drank my coffee, and then I got on Telegram, and I had 2 of my followers were like, congratulations, it sounds like everything's moving forward on the apartment. And so instead of replying back to both of them, I decided I would do a video and go, no, not congratulations at the moment. The universe has decided to put a big fat boulder in my way, so I'm not sure whether I'm rerouting and going a different direction altogether, whether I'm getting out my chisel and I am hammering the stone out, whether I'm going around it. You know what? I don't know. I'm not necessarily giving up. I'm just at a place where I don't know which direction I'm going, because I feel like there's 4 or 5 different directions that are going to be presented to me, and I'm going to have to figure out which direction to go. Thankfully, I have that ability to feel into situations, and feel into a stop sign in your body or a go. And, you know, like I said before, it was like go, 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 go. And all the opportunities were opening until last night. And then all of a sudden things shifted. So that's what's going on with the move. I feel like I'm in my own Hallmark movie. You know, there's always that like big hurdle drama at the end that has to happen to make it exciting. So you guys are getting to see my own live drama movie at the moment. And so I am trying to stay detached and trying to stay in observer mode and not let my emotions get me in a funk, not let this detour me. And I keep remembering something that happened with my friend Timmy, my Hungarian girlfriend, a couple of weeks ago. She started a new job 2 or 3 months ago here in Carmel, where I am at, and they all of a sudden wanted her to drive to Greenwood like 3 days a week, which is a long, long way from us. It's an hour, especially if you're driving in traffic, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where in Greenwood you're going and how bad the traffic is. And she was like, that suddenly does not calculate into what I was expecting for fees and everything like that. So she had something similar happen, and she was getting her panties all in a bunch. And she was like going in and having a conversation with the management. And then she sent me a message 2 or 3 days later, and she said, we lost the client in Greenwood. Now, I don't know if that means the client died or the client went with another place or what. And so she was kind of like, you know, it's kind of just of a sign. Don't get all stressed out about something until it actually happens. So I am remembering what she told me is not to get stressed out about this situation until there is a complete ending to it. And at this point in time, I don't know. And I want to say this. When I was over there last night, I meant to say this earlier. When I was over there last night, when I signed the paperwork on, not signed it, but when he told me what apartment I was going to be in, and that they were vacating on the 2nd, which was the day that I was there, and it would be available later in the month after they cleaned it and did everything to it. Yesterday when I was in there, I was like, when do I, because they only had one, there was one apartment that had a time frame that I needed to be in. And since I'd already kind of felt like this was the place that I was being guided to go, I went ahead and jumped on the one apartment, even though I didn't know where it was at, in that mode of trusting the universe to take care of me. So I'm kind of like going, well, they know what I have on my wish list for my next apartment. And so on my way out of the neighborhood last night, because I asked him, I was like, what building am I going to be in? And he told me what building it was going to be. He goes, it's basically right across from the hall that we looked at on Memorial Day. And I was like, okay, so that told me, kind of location wise. So I went by that building and went around the side, and I'm thinking it faces like the northeast. And as I got to looking when I got home last night, it looks like it looks out over a bunch of empty ground. So it's going to be like really quiet on that side of the building. The sun's not going to be beating in on me like it is in this apartment that I'm in now, where all my plants were frying because the sun was so hot. And it's, it's like, if it's where I think it is going to be, I'm like going, oh my gosh, this is going to be really nice, really quiet. I'm going to be able to, not look over a trash dumpster like I did in this apartment that I'm in. So I was kind of like, okay, so they are taking care of me. And then that message came in at like 8:30 last night about the huge security deposit. And I basically said, I'm like going, I'm not getting first month's rent free. You're taking it in a security deposit and probably sticking it in your bank account to earn interest. So I just, I'm like, I'll wait to hear your response. But at this point in time, I think you have just literally kicked me out of the ballpark here. So the drama is to be continued, because I don't know what's going to happen. I'll keep you posted. And that's all I know. I'm going to go to work, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.